Hello students, in today's lecture we are discuss about next part of rose cultivation. In previous lecture we were learn about introduction of rose, its importance, requirement of climatic conditions under polyhouse, its growth media and factor, different varieties and application of manures and fertilizers. And in today's lecture we will continue next part of this cultivation. So let's we move on our first slide. Then we have discussed with cultural practices or special intercultural operations in roses. In rose, various cultural operations are carried out at different growth stages of plant. That is initial plant development, bending in roses, pinching, disbudding and pruning of roses. Such type of operations followed in a rose crop. It helps to maintain proper growth of the plant and produce high quality of flowers. And these all operations we will discuss in detail one by one. The first operation, that is initial plant development, that means mother shoot bending. If the young plant is allowed to flower immediately after planting, there is a serious risk, that is, the important structural framework of the plant will be impaired. The various type of plants require various type of treatments. The first flower is pinched after 1 month from the date of planting so that 2 to 3 eye bud will sprout on a main branch. It will grow as branches, and these branches it will turn into the buds, or it will produce a bud. When the plant attains the stage of growth, the mother shoot is to be bent toward the direction of path. And this cultural operation in roses, it helps to initiate bottom break from a ground level. And generally, maximum leaf area is required to build up strong root system. And if plant develop strong root system, it will result, it help to develop strong structural framework of the plant. Then we have discussed about next cultural practices, that is bending of rows. Bending is an important intercultural operations followed in a rose crop. And bending is help to maintain maximum leaf area on a plant. The maximum leaf area is required to build up strong root system, and leaves are very important role on a plant. It helps to produce maximum carbohydrate into the plant body. Generally, the mass of leaves is also known as lung of the plants. After planting, the plant will develop shoots immediately. And when the first flower bud becomes clearly visible, the shoots are bent out toward the direction of path and flowers are removed. This process is known as bending. This process is done when plant is about 40 centimeter above from the ground level. And generally, the growing sucker should be removed in order to check new growth on bended shoot or bended stem. And also bud should be removed from the bended stem in order to check the incidence of some attack of thrips and bud rot. Bud rot means botrytis. Only weak and blind shoots are selected for bending, and bending helps to break apical dominance of a plant. It is a continuous process and hence carried out throughout the life cycle of rose. Bending should be such that the most of the stems they are lie or bent horizontal to the ground surface. And generally in summer season, it is advised that not go for bending, because in summer season, due to the high heat and maximum humidity inside the polyhouse, it will provide favorable conditions for incidence of some insect and pest, that means incidence of maximum mites. And bending is done on a first and second 5 pair of leaves. If you think about the some farmer, they grow roses in a greenhouse without bending by keeping up some blind shoots and maximum leaf area on a plant on a standing position. It helps to get extra photosynthesis and uptake of water and nutrients. While bending the stems, one care should be taken. The stem will not break. That means the stem is capable for transporting of some nutrients. And second care should be taken. The leaves will not allow to touch on a ground level. That means not allowed to contact of soil. Otherwise, it will cause incidence of some pest and diseases. Then next cultural practice is disbudding in rows. Generally, there are two type of varieties in rows. First, standard varieties and second, spray type varieties. In standard varieties are those with one flower on each stem. But nearly all varieties it produce some side buds below the center bud. And these side buds have to be removed, and removal of this side bud is known as disbudding. Disbudding should not be done too early or too late. If it is done too early, it may harm leaves, and if it is done too late, it will cause injury in the upper leaf axil on plants. When bud attain pea size and shows slight color, these are the right time to disbudding on a plant. But in most of the spray varieties, the center crown bud is to be removed and side buds below the crown buds they are allowed to grow. Generally, disbudding is done on a weak stem because it will convert itself into the thick stem and produce better quality flowers in a future. Then we have discussed about next cultural practices, that is pinching. Pinching is one of the most important interculture operations. These are followed in a rose crop. The removal of growing shoot along with few leaves is called as pinching, or removal of unwanted vegetative growth from the axil of leaf below the terminal portion of the plant is called as pinching. Pinching helps to break apical dominance and encourage side shoots. That means it helps to encourage lateral growth of the plant below the terminal portion and help to maintain bushy growth of the plant. If pinching is done at a right stage and right time, it helps to get good quality flowers and buds and avoids wastage of energy in the development of auxiliary bud. Then next cultural practice is removal of wild shoot. That means removal of wild shoot on a rootstock. Wild shoots means unwanted growth. Some wild shoots or some unwanted growth that take place at a union on the rootstock of rose, and there is need they should be removed at an earlier stage. Otherwise, it will deplete nutrients and check growth and development of plant. They should not be cut, but it should be removed from point of its origin by pressing with the help of thumb in order to check its further growth. If these operations done in a specific time and specific stage, it helps to develop initial framework of the plant. Then we have discussed about next intercultural operations, that is support of plants. For better growth and production of long stem cut roses, there is essential to provide support of plant. The support system consists of bamboo or GI pipes or L angles. Such materials are inserted on both sides of bed at the start and end of the bed. And these posts or angles are placed at an interval of 3 meters on both sides and also placed along the sides of bed. And these posts are fastened at 30 centimeter to 40 centimeter intervals by using 14 gauge GI wire or plastic strings is used to support the plants between the wires and beds. And these supports of plants, it provides some advantage, that is, it make to carry out some interculture operations easily. Second, it protect the birds from damage and not allowing the stems bend into the paths. And by providing this support system, it helps to grow the plants in erect positions, and also it helps to get better quality of the flowers and help to produce long stem cut roses, so that support of the plant is very essential for better growth of the plants and for getting quality of production of roses. Then we have discussed about last cultural practices, that is pruning in rows. Pruning means judicious removal of plant parts to induce production of quality of flowers and to maintain vigor of plants. Generally in roses, pruning is done only once in a year, and generally it is done in after monsoon season. The method or type of pruning in rose is varies from types of rose, its varieties and purpose of use. According to these factors, there are three types of pruning is followed in rose. In rose, while pruning, all cuts are made of an angle of 40 degree, and these cuts are taken generally 5 centimeter above from a strong eye bud. Generally, pruning should be done in an angle so that there should not be stagnation of moisture at the cutted end of the plants. And after every pruning, cut end must be treated with Bordeaux mixture, or it should be treated with by using of any fungicide pest. Then we have discussed about the last part of this topic is harvesting and post-harvest management. Before the discussing about this topic, first we have to discuss about the bird capping and why bird capping is essential in a rose. Generally, this operation is carried out when flower having a tight bud stage. And in this operation, the flower buds are inserted in a nylon cap, which help for increasing the bud size. It helps to avoid the damage of birds during transportation, and also it helps to maintain microclimatic conditions in a package. Then we have to move harvesting and post-harvest management of rose. The post-harvest management of rose start with their harvesting of flowers. And flowers should be harvested when they attain right stage. If flowers are harvested too early, the flower miss reserve of food material and therefore they may not develop into full size of flower. If harvesting is done too late, the flower will affect on a longevity. That means it will diminishes the longevity of flower. As such, roses should be harvested when buds are partially open and sepals are fully curled up and color of the flowers are clearly visible. These are the right stage of harvesting of flower for cut flower purpose. And some small flower varieties, for example, Floribunda, the flowers are cut when they begin to open in a cluster. And generally, harvesting should be done in the evening or early in the morning. And they should be harvested with their long stem. After harvesting, the lower end of cut stem are immediately placed in a clean plastic bucket containing a clean solution of 500 ppm of citric acids. Thereafter, the bucket containing cut roses are brought into the grading and packaging shed, that means packaging hall. And if you think about or if you discuss about yield potential of rose, the yield of rose 250 to 350 stems per meter square is considered to be ideal, and flower yield can be increased by spraying of boric acid at the rate of 50 to 100 ppm before the flowering flush. Then after the harvesting of cut flowers, there is essential we have to follow hydration treatments. Hydration is very important and essential post-harvest practices. These are generally done in cut flowers. After harvesting, most of the water inside the cut flower is lost through transpiration of fluids. So there is a need to maintain water balance into the stem. And this water balance is helped to maintain turgidity and freshness of flower. Generally, immediately after the harvesting of cut flowers, they should be graded, packed, pre-cooled, and dispatched by refrigerated vehicles. If in case of delay in grading and packaging, the flowers should be shifted in a cold storage. And before the shifting in a cold storage, there is essential to take a recut on a stem about 2 cm above of a previous level without removing of lower leaves and thorns, and again place them in a clean containers and in a clean warm water, and adjust the citric acid levels and to maintain the pH 3.0 to 3.5. This treatment will prevent vascular blockage, that means it helps to regulate uptake of water into the stems, and also it helps to prevent neck drop on a flower. Then next post harvest management practices is preservation, or it is also called as pulsing treatments. After hydration of flowers, or when flowers are removed from citric acids, and generally the flowers are removed from 30 to 60 minutes, or when the leaves and petals are fully turgid. After removal of these flowers from citric acid solutions, they are put in a preservative solutions, and after that these flowers are shifted to the cold storage at 0 to 20 degree Celsius. And generally the stem of the roses are kept for 4 to 5 days in preservative solutions in a cold storage. It will result they increase the longevity of flowers. There are several compositions of a floral preservatives are used to increase the longevity of flower, that is citric acid. If citric acids are used as a preservative, we can use at the rate of 100 to 700 milligram per liter of water. Then also we can use HQC. HQC means hydroxyquinoline citrate. It is also called as Captan, and we have to use at the rate of 16 milligram per liter of water. Or last, there is a possible we can use as a preservative sucrose solution, and we can use as a at the rate of 20 milligram per liter of water. Then last part of post-harvest management practices is packing in rows. That means packaging. Packaging contains three steps, that is bunching, wrapping and packing. The head of the roses are even up and their stems are tied with the help of rubber band into the bunches. The number of flower per bunch is varies, that is 10 number, 20 number, 25 number or 15 number. The number of flower per bunch it depends on market. And after bunching, the stems are cut so that all the stems are of equal length in each bunch. Then bunches are placed in a preservative solutions or may be shifted to the cold storage. And after that, they again brought back to the packing halls and birds are wrapped and bunches are sleeved in a transport polythene. And the wrap is a 15 to 20 centimeter wide plastic strips which act as a cushioning of the birds in packaging boxes. There are different types of packaging materials or packaging boxes are used for packing of rose. For example, cardboard boxes. And generally for long-term transport, it is best to use telescopic style boxes, and these telescopic style boxes are made from corrugated fiberboard material. And generally the size of box ranging from 100 centimeter into 45 into 22 centimeter. And such size boxes they contain 400 to 1000 stems per box, and weight of the box may vary from 14 to 18 kg per box. So today we have stopped here and thank you for your attentions.